Hello, hello! And welcome back for more stunning stupidity and surprisingly unsurprising salt down in the sinister salons of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. And I don't want to talk about last episode, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not talking about it ever again. I'm repressing that shit like Vladimir Putin's hobnailed boot on the back of a Chechnyan rebel. That's it. Like his boot on their neck. I'm not touching it. Provisionless dungeon? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Not really sure. You must have me confused with some other vastly stupider Pete. Wasn't me. I don't do things like that. Not even when I'm tilting harder than Don Quixote after 17 shots of Patron. Would never do such a thing. No. Pretty sure you have me confused with someone else. I've got no idea what you're talking about. None at all. And I can assure you that the self-loathing and disgust you hear in my voice has absolutely, positively nothing at all to do with the events of last episode. I'm angry at myself for an entirely different reason. I left a souffle I was baking in the oven too long and let it collapse. Yeah, that's what it was. No, okay, fine, that's total bullshit. And it's not just because I shamed myself, my family, and my ancestors last episode, but mostly because, I can't pull that off. Souffle is actually not that hard to bake. It gets a tough rap, but souffles, really, they're pretty easy. The main trick with the souffle, main trick with the souffle also, as well as the souffle, which is sort of like a suplex, except more fun. The main trick you just gotta know with a souffle is make sure you butter the inside. You gotta butter just butter the crap out of the inside of your ramekin. That's really important. You don't want the eggs to stick to the side. And if you dust it with something granular to make sure that the egg whites have like a little bit of roller between them. If you're doing a dessert souffle, usually just use granulated sugar, works fine. And then the other key ingredient, just don't overbake it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. You want like 12 minutes middle rack, 375. 15 minutes just tops, but 12 minutes middle rack, 375 degrees. You'll be glad you tried a souffle. Trust me, they're not as tough as you think. Don't believe movies and television that try to convince you souffles are really difficult. They're actually not that bad. We're looking for a mission here. No. Ideally, like a mission we could take maybe the Fantastic Four on, give them a chance to shame themselves quite nicely. Medium veteran mission. Okay, this I don't hate. Moon ring, well, I mean, we're never going to wear that, but still. Another camouflage cloak wouldn't suck. I actually quite like that item. 6,000 gold. I really don't want to explore 90% of rooms. Go fuck yourself, Weald. Never again. I wasn't kidding when I said I'm never going into the Weald again. I will never again, ever set foot into the Weald. I don't care what they try to tempt me with. You can't tempt me, Weald. There is nothing you could possibly offer that could sway me. It's not going to happen. I'm not buying into it. You can't sucker me in. You're not suckering me in. It's just not going to work. So then our choices are Warrens or Ruins. I really do like that moon. Camouflage cloak, deeds, crap, and busts. Oh, you know what? They're both explore 90% of rooms, so we're dicked either way. Might as well go to the Warrens then, because at least it has a better reward. So let's throw together a team. Tank, Benjamin Grimm, sure, Johnny Storm, why not? Sue Storm, of course, and Reed Richards. Because I just, I can't trust myself. That's really all there is. I can't be trusted. And just because I can't trust myself, I'm going to do this. There's no way I'm going to accidentally embark this time while equipping trinkets. It is not going to happen. I'm going to make it literally impossible by going out to the main screen in order to do this. I've learned my lesson. But of course, I don't know what lesson it is I could possibly have to learn, because the events of last episode just are not things we're going to discuss ever again. This didn't actually happen, but still, they didn't actually happen. But I can make certain that they're also never, ever, ever going to happen again. Huseman's matchstick and a grave robber's talisman. Seems like a respectable combo. 3% extra crit is pretty huge. Do I like that enough to roll with it, or would I rather just go for the... I mean, if we really want damage, we could just grab the Ancestor's Candle. It's also pretty good. Where is my Ancestor's Candle, by the way? Sort by rarity, please. There it is. Nope. Where is my Ancestor's Candle, though? I know we have one. Is somebody wearing it? Somebody must be wearing it. I'd be surprised if somebody's wearing it, because... Nope, somebody was, in fact, wearing it. Fine, you know what? It's Ancestor's Candle. Ancestors Campbell. Ancestors Campbell. Yeah, I'm stealing your soup, Grandma. Give me your soup. Ancestors, candle, and nothing fancy here. Sacred scroll, book of holy healing, which is where, ... There we go. Dome of holy healing, Johnny Storm. I really have trouble coming up with positive things for the Jester to work with. I think the Ancestors map for the Jester is actually a pretty good compromise. And then the Dark Tambourine is just really bad. It's really bad. Or at least it's not good for the way I tend to employ a Jester. Also, what happened to the music there? Did you guys just like, you're like, screw it. I'm just, we're tired. We've really kind of had enough. Let's just go with more dodge. Bonus dodge, Ancestors map, seems respectable. Benjamin J. Grimm. You know, we had really good luck with the Crusaders orders. And the Crusaders, when we went just the Holies orders and the Crusaders orders, we were doing really good. But we don't really need to worry about grinding down stress so hard here. I do like the 3% crit. I do like the bonus healing. What else could we give you? This stuff all works if in position 1. We could just give you some Brawler's Gloves, and then the crit bonus offsets the penalty. We get an extra 25% damage plus little healing, little resistance in return for some speed. It seems reasonable enough. And who was our 4th? I honestly forgot already. Did we equip everybody? Ben Grimm, Johnny Storm, Sue, Reed. Okay, everybody's good. Reed, you gonna bring like your cosmic cube along on the dungeon just to make sure we have every possible advantage? By the way, I'm fully aware that there's a graveyard event and we could get Trooper back for free. The issue behind that is I don't want any of these fuckers. There's no way I can have Dr. Doom back with the Fantastic Four on my team. That's just a recipe for disaster. And these other guys, I'm glad they're dead. Brother Voodoo, I don't care about you. I don't even remember who our other Antiquarian was, but we already have one we don't want. So you know what? Fine, stay dead. I don't care. I'm comfortable with it. Let's go get some provisions. Because, you know, when we do it this way, we can't forget. 3 shovels? 3 shovels seems good. We can take our patented 14 torches. I'm trying to conserve a little cash here, so we're going to come in this one maybe a little more minimal than we normally do. We got a holy water and a medicinal herb. Let's take 1 bandage, 1 anti-venom. Holy water? Nah. Food, we are going to need to camp once, so let's take, you know what, let's go 2 full stacks. Seems like overkill, maybe a little bit. Let's go. That's good. That's 3 hunger prompts and a camp and leaves us with 5k. All right, Fantastic Four. Let's see if you can live up to your name. Maybe give birth to Franklin Richards, the most powerful being in the Marvel Universe. Yeah, he is. Franklin Richards, reality manipulation. It's the best power of all time. He just changes whatever he wants, whenever he wants, which I'm sure made it tough being his younger sister because he'd always be fucking with you. I got some... Oh, fantastic. Explore 90% of rooms in this pile of shit? Oh, this is only going to take 8 trillion years then. Boy, I'm glad I chose this dungeon. Yeah, feeling real good about my decision. Thanks for making it easy on me, Darkest Dungeon, because, you know, I wasn't having a tough time here lately. Haven't been having kind of a rough go of it. I appreciate you taking it so easy on me like that. Real nice of you. It's clobbering time for Benjamin J. Grimm. He's all wrapped up and ready to go. And you're probably asking yourself, Pete, what Fantastic Four are we talking about here? Are we talking about the released for TV version Fantastic Four that was just short of a war crime? Are we talking about the Ian Gruffwood, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans sort of Fantastic Four? Or are we coming at this like from classic style? Are we going with the most recent Fantastic Four who everybody just wishes had never actually happened? Kate Mara has to be so embarrassed of herself. I feel a little sorry for her. Sue Storm bringing the thunder early, burning the holy flame. Comes a Boar's Rush, that's fine. Ben Grimm can take it. The force of Deviltry did push him back and stun him. Weakening my prey? That's fine. Weaken me all you want. Can't weaken shit, you got dodged, yo. And now eat a finale. Alright, Johnny, I was really kind of expecting something maybe a little more impressive than what we got out of you there. That was weak sauce. Pretty weak tea. A little dodge there for Sue Storm. The Invisible Woman living up to the name. Might as well take a smack at that guy. Hit him with the Mace Bash, Sue. Trot retreat. Again, dodge. Johnny Storm is doing work here. A little disappointed about the need for shuffle. Ultimately, our goal is to have Reed Richards rocking. Why do you only have 3 skills equipped, by the way? What the hell's going on with that? 3 skills? What the shit? Let's see if we can get a finale up here. Little Boar's Rush. Okay, that one connected. That stung a little bit and screwed us out of our finale chance. That's alright. It did push Reed back where he needs to go so he could give us an amazing 7 damage. Nice dodge, though. Seems like Crusaders have way better dodge than I remember. Superman was dodging like a fool in the darkest dungeon, too. Although, again, we don't really want to talk about that, even though... Why do you only have 3 skills equipped, though? Like, you should have Shadow Fade or Poison Darts or something. 3 skills, Reed? As that Reed Richards arrogance, she's like, I don't need 4 skills to actually go in and prosper in a dungeon. I'm Reed Richards. What am I going to do with the 4th skill? I've already got stretching and bending and being invulnerable to most forms of harm. What more could a man need? Dignity, Reed. How about dignity? You know what you could really use? Some fucking dignity. That's what you could use. Oh, but you'll have none of that, will you, Mr. Richards? Oh, no. No dignity to be found anywhere amongst your ass. You know what? Here, just do about it. We can set up a finale, but by the time we get it to go off, everything's going to be dead anyway. You can't critical Reed Richards. Nope, you can't critical. Take your pig spear and shove it right up your little hog anus. Had about enough of your nonsense, sir. This fight is going on far too long, and I blame Reed Richards, team leader, for his lack of foresight in not bringing all of his goddamn skills. Also, this thing is still not dead. Well, more speed and crit, I guess. Can't hurt. Richards. Good work, champ. Way to get the job done. No, it's fine. Leave it up to your wife, the most powerful member of the Fantastic Four, clearly. A little bit of self-healing. We are marked. We're going to get weakened prey again. Okay, Reed Richards is once again walloped. Does this minus dodge? Nope. Nice work, A-Rod. Way to really bring the pain once the fight was already over. And money is a serious concern for us here. Also, why don't you equip a 4th skill, Reed, you worthless tool? What do we want to go with? Poison darts? Honestly, I think Shadow Fades. Just, we got lunge. We got... actually, I don't really want lunge. Whatever. Actually, I actively don't want lunge. I'd rather have poison darts. Really what I want is flashing daggers, but... that costs money, and Reed Richards is a penurious son of a bitch. He's like, no, I'm not spending money. I don't care. But Reed, it's our anniversary, and I wanted to go to a Shut up, Sue. I don't care. Champagne dinner. I'm not getting you shit. This is our 1st anniversary. It's like the paper anniversary. I'm not getting you a goddamn thing. Touch this chest, though. It's trapped. Yeah, well, Mr. Fantastic, he can't really pretty much immune to all forms of harm, so... Also, really sort of the ideal person to go pick open a locked chest, too, since I'm assuming his bendy ass could just bend through it. You get a 105% chance to disarm this trap, but we can get a little stress relief if we have Reed Richards do it. And again, Captain Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, totally bombastic, is pretty much immune to all harm. Otherworldly corruption, Wayne? Yeah, boy, it'd be nice if we could staunch that otherworldly corruption with the flow of treasure. I don't know what kind of treasure you have that there's a flow, but I'm real stoked about that secret room. All right, suddenly things are maybe looking up slightly. Very slightly, but slightly. You guys want to shut up and just disarm the trap? So he's like, Reed, look out! And he's like, why do I gotta look out? I'm made out of some kind of weird rubberized substance. I'm literally immune to all harm, Sue. What are you worried about? You're always freaking out about my safety. Nothing can destroy me. I'm tougher than Benjamin Grimm, if vastly less dignified and interesting. I do have executive-style silver hair, though. Must be what you see in me, I'm assuming. It's the only thing Perfidious Pete can come up with. Other than the hair, Reed doesn't really have much going for him. This pack contains loot, which I will take. And then I'm going to go in the secret room. Fight the collector? Nope, no collector. Good. Reed, open the ancient artifact chest. And take forth probably 3... Yep, okay. No, we're going to need these trapezohedrons, so we're not going to abandon these. What are we going to abandon? This portrait and probably this bandage. There we go. 7,500 gold. Pretty solid trade. Pick up such good loot. We are exploring 90% of rooms here. Since we're down here, we might as well just keep going. Also, we haven't encountered a single fight thus far. Some traps, yes. Fighting, no. Oh, foul invention. It's the trap is really the only thing that's ever going to harm the invisible woman. She's got those impenetrable force fields.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Handsome reward, 800 gold. I don't know about handsome reward. I mean, it's a decent looking reward, but it's no Channing Tatum, Wayne. I wouldn't call it a handsome reward. It's like just gets over the bar reward. A lot of hunger prompts we're getting rolled through. Pack contains loot. All right, we'll take it.
Gold.
Yeah, glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, blah, blah, blah.
Paid for in blood.
Paid for in blood. You say that like it's a bad thing, Wayne. Why do I have to pay for them? Why is it just because I paid for it with blood doesn't necessarily mean it's awful? What if I didn't mind donating plasma? Maybe I had some extra plasma that I wasn't using, and I sold it to the American Red Cross in exchange for enough money to go buy some liquor. Am I in the wrong? Somebody needed that plasma, somebody other than me, and I had extra. Plus, I got delicious booze out of it, and the fact that I had less blood volume made it easier to get me all shit-faced with the $17 I got for selling my blood. Really gotta, you gotta learn to not look a gift horse in the mouth, Wayne. Just sometimes you gotta be like, hey, this is a pretty sweet gig. I'm getting free money. Somebody got blood that they desperately needed. Me, I got less blood to get myself liquored up. It's win-win. I didn't have to buy the 5th of Boone's Farms. I was okay with just like a pint. Was enough to get me smacked out of my gourd. Gotta donate blood more often. Down to 23 light. I'm okay with rolling in the fair to aggressive darkness here since we're probably gonna, I was gonna say we're probably gonna camp soon, and by soon I mean we're actually just gonna camp right friggin' here. We don't really have an abundance of stress, so you know what? I'm thinking about going lighter on the food. Nah, we might as well take the heals. We got 1 hunger prompt in us, that's fine. So, camping skills though, how are those looking? Respectable? Is everybody good? Okay, our camping skills are 100% sorted. Stand tall. No, we don't need to do that. Unshakable leader. Nope, don't need to do that. Was really hoping for something that prevents nighttime ambush, though. Like, say this. Who has stress? You have 8. You have 3. You also have 3. We could just, let's just encourage it all away. Everybody encourage everybody. This is what we need to do. You encourage you. You encourage you. Little cross encouragement. How much time we got left? We could do some night moves. Working on night moves. We could also snuff box, but nobody's diseased, so I guess we will night moves. You'll wander in the night, don't wait up. Oh, Reed Richards is just straight up calling you out, Sue, firing shots. He's like, I'm gonna go for a little wander in the night, Sue. Don't wait up. And if when I come home, see any lipstick on my collar, maybe smell some strange perfume, any of those kind of things. You know what? Just don't fret your pretty little blonde head about it, Sue. Reed Richards got to do what Reed Richards got to do. So somebody's getting rid of a negative quirk. Who's it going to be? Automatonophobia. Don't really... Yeah. Actually, that's pretty bad. Fear of Unholy is also bad. Love interest, I don't really care about. Benjamin Grimm's really into blind chicks. Light sensitive, because of the blind chicks. He does... Ooh, light sensitive. Okay, so Benjamin Grimm has some relatively terrible quirks, actually. Bad Gambler, Paranormania, Resolution, Torn Rotator Cuff also sucks. But I think all things considered, Reed Richards is in not as bad a position. Oh, good God, you're... bad. Sue Storm, you got a lot of problems, admittedly. But I really hate the yips. Except for anybody but Sue Storm, who's primarily going to be healing. It's not really that big of a deal. God-fearing, guilty conscience. I think those two things go hand in hand. Also, High Romania, bonus penalty damage to range. Is this a range skill or melee? No, Finale's melee, so I don't really care. And you're a wield phobe. Well, you know what? You can be afraid of the wield all you want, Johnny Storm, because we're never, ever, 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 ever setting foot in that shit dump again. You got nothing to fear. You can fear... They say don't fear the Reaper. I say you're fine. Let's get rid of this, though. What do we ditch? Light sensitive, perfect. If I'd gotten to choose a quirk to get rid of, that actually is the one I would have chosen. Nobody has any stress, so Mr. 105%, get in there and get the job done. Let's burn a torch here, although we are getting a little low on torchlight. And we're going to skip this room, or at least this hallway, because I don't want to fight that battle if I don't have to. Stress unit got to die first, but right after the pig man. I don't want anybody picking up a disease that I got to pay money to cure. So whip a knife right into that dude's heart. Or, in your case, near his heart. Dodge it, though? That's my Reed Richards. Get all bendy and slip out of the way. Sue Storm is the invisible woman. I'm telling you guys, you cannot touch Sue Storm. She's the invisible woman. They don't call her the invisible woman for no reason. They call her the invisible woman because she's fucking invisible. It's hard to hit something that's invisible, and I have a very strong feeling that our cultist friend back here is about to get finale'd, and finale'd real hard. Yep, so you're dead then. You got a debuff for that? What do you get? Ooh, minus 40% damage for 3 rounds. Holy crap, your dodge goes in the toilet, too. Doesn't really matter. We got a, like, sweet, cheap kill out of that. Pretty beautiful. Might even try it again. Here comes the Boar's Rush. Sweetly dodged by one Benjamin Joseph Grimm. Actually, what does the J in Benjamin J. Grimm stand for? What is we gotta know. Like Joe? Thinking like a Joseph, maybe like a Benjamin Jeremy Grimm. Nah, just doesn't. Jeffrey, maybe. Jonathan? No. Gerald, except that starts with a G. Somebody needs to fill me in. I don't know. I don't know what the J in Benjamin J. Grimm actually stands for. Do we need to know, Pete? Yeah, I kind of need to know. I'm a curious man. Sue Storm's going to patch up Reed Richards, put a little salve on his open wounds. Okay, the 6 damage we got of that was pretty unexciting.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
You know, Wayne June, now you're just being extraordinarily eloquent for no particular reason. You're just, I mean, you're kind of just showing off at this point. Your exemplary elocution is really egregious. Might as well take this stuff. We don't really need portraits. I'm just going to throw those on the ground. We're going to avoid this room if we can. Well, we don't have to avoid that room. I really just want to avoid the hallway battle. I'm looking to stay out of fights as much as possible. I don't fully trust the Fantastic Four yet. Extra supplies are found amongst the knives. Fine, I will take them. How are we doing on torchlight? We're down to 4 torches. Not good. We might need more than 4 torches. More scouting, though. I'm really glad I brought that map. It's paying some big dividends, and we're going to avoid another hallway battle then. No, I didn't. Excuse me, Darkest Dungeon. Didn't want to do that, though. Just want to come up here and dig through the thing.
Such
shovel.
blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Yeah, it's also surprising how... Holy crap, we're getting rid of another terrible quirk. This dungeon, though. Alright, the rest of this stuff, plus 20 stress versus human, is really shitty. But with Fear of Unholy and... Actually, those are all bad. Benjamin J. Grimm got a lot of plus stress stuff. Plotter, evasive, balanced, stress faster. Those are all pretty good. Is there anybody else who has... Torn Rotator I don't like. But the rest of this stuff I really don't care about. The Yips is pretty bad. But what are I mean, we got pretty poor odds of getting rid of the Yips. We're 1 in 5, man. 1 in 5. And Johnny Storm, surprisingly, you don't really have anything I'm that terribly concerned about. So are we really going to do Reed Richards? Just to try and get rid of Torn Rotator Cuff? Or are we going to go... You know what? Ben Grimm, 2 out of these 3 things. We got a 2/3 chance that old Benjamin J. Grimm gets rid of something we don't want. So let's do it. Okay, good. Got rid of 20% extra stress from human. I'll take it. That's solid. Anything we can do to get rid of a plus stress skill makes him all that much more viable and inclusion in the Darkest Dungeon itself. Alright, so we're skipping this room. Actually, we can skip 2 of these, can't we? How many rooms are in this dungeon? 6. What do we got? 9, 12, 15. Yeah, we can actually skip 2. We can't skip this one, so I think we just go here. Hit the fight. Alright. We'll check this room because there's curios and potential stress on the way. We might as well check out the curio and see what it is. Then we come down to this room, just do a quick flip 180. Come on back. Burn the last of our torches. See, we got 1,000 gold out of that. Turns out it was exactly the right thing to do. What are we going to throw on the ground, though? Probably this anti-venom, because we're probably not going to need it. Nobody's been blighted yet, and we're pretty much the entire dungeon through. Quest complete. I seem to have skipped 3 rooms here. But you know what? I'm good. I think, have we stolen enough? For once, I think maybe we've stolen enough. How much cash have we got, though? Yeah, you know what? We've stolen enough. We're done. You're right, Darkest Dungeon. Don't overthink it, Pete. Sometimes when somebody hands you the win, you just take the win, smile, say thank you, and be on your goddamn merry-ass way. Sweet loot, dude. What did we get? Almost, little over 19 grand. And by little, I mean 50 over 19,050 gold here. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm desperate for the cash. More importantly, we got some EXP here. 6 Resolve EXP for everybody on board the Fantastic Four. Rolling up in the Marvel Universe. On guard, replace stress faster. That's acceptable. Weak grip, though. That really sucks. Man, Reed Richards, you are just completely fucking crippled, aren't you? Eldritch Hater is not bad. Replace Stout, which I don't know what it does. And you picked up Rabies out of nowhere, which I'm sort of inclined to keep. I do like the bees. Sue Storm, Johnny Storm got nothing, which really is sort of the best thing you can hope for. I kind of like it when my Seekers don't get anything after a trip into the dungeon. Let's see if maybe we get a town event, though. Absolutely not.
His long-standing duties here have
unsettled him. Oh, sorry, afflicted him. Well, one of the two. We got plenty of openings on the roster, and these guys are all garbage, so good night. Don't really need to hire any of you then. I think we'll just go ahead and let you guys go. And I'm going to wrap this one up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see whether Victor Von Doom can come back from the dead, I mean, it was probably a Doombot anyway, really, to get his revenge on the newfound Reed Richards joining the team, I'm not really that stoked about the Fantastic Four. I'm sorry. That latest movie really is, it's kind of soured me on it. Did we need their origin story for the 3rd time on film, by the way? It's the fucking Fantastic Four. People already know how they got their powers. Yeah, cosmic radiation. Also, the more times you revisit that origin story, the more you remind us all that the whole cosmic radiation thing is a really stupid way to think people get powers. We're all being bombarded by cosmic rays pretty much nonstop at all times, and as of yet, out of the 7.5 billion people on this planet, not a single person developed superpowers from it. Just kind of spotlighting the absurdity, guys. Really, maybe don't want to lampshade that. Let's just skip over it and say, hey, this chick's invisible. This dude's a giant rock man. This man is made of fire. Oh, and we got rubbery plasticine boy over here who may or may not be Jim Carrey. Also, I've gotten off on a weird rant here. I think I was trying to wrap up the episode. I should probably get back to that. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.